I can't watch you and TJ at the same time. Yeah, you can. Put one on the TV, one on the monitor. Oh shit! I'm gonna hit this table. I won't be on here long. Uh, the background going stupid. The beat. I'm down by the beach. Can't tell you where I'm at. Came out here, started storming. Uh, was looking at getting some real estate, finding out some good information and some bad information. Going away the pros and cons, and I think the high season is good, but the down season is horrible. And this place relies too much on the U.S. economy being good, like the travel situation. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Miss Collins? How you doing? D. Santana, salute, salute, salute. We got to talk about a few things, but I got to try to squeeze it all in. So it won't be no hesitation. I'm going straight at it. One, we got a lot of people being very disrespectful over me saying that no one, I didn't say just white people. I said no one who is unalive should be getting picked on, joked on. I didn't put a color on it. I didn't say white. I didn't say black. I didn't say Asian. I said no one should be picking on any person who is unalive of any color. And then people tried to tell me about what someone said. We can always play the what someone said game. And I still say that that's not something you should do. So we got YouTubers making videos, even though I dropped my link. And you, YouTuber, I saw your video. I think you a coward. I think you only did it for YouTube clicks. I think you didn't even watch none of Charlie Kirk's videos because the stuff you said was all clicks, clipped up. I think you're stupid. So the feeling is mutual. And I'm not afraid to holler at you. You did a pre-recorded video. Had you not done a pre-recorded video, I would have hit the live and pulled up. And then I would have used the content. Because if that's what you was doing, just making content, and then I would have embarrassed you with just facts. We also got Patrick Beverly and Trey Young going at it, and I'm here for that conversation. I love that conversation. I'm not even going to give his name no shine until he steps up and be a man and don't make videos about it. Nigga, hit my link, and we can have a conversation about it. You know, if you think as a Christian man, because the dude said he was a Christian, so if you think as a Christian, then you supposed to be wishing death and picking on someone's death, and in the Bible it says that you shouldn't do that, and you're worried about the person's skin color, then maybe you're not as Christian as you say you are. You know, because the Bible don't say you're supposed to do that. But what does it say? Hit your butt. The fuck? Chris, what you got going on, Chris? I don't know what Chris got going on today. We got to observe Chris a little closely. But yeah, we got Christian pastors because they're black and because the person is white saying idiotic things that goes against what they preach. But because they're more black than they are Christian, then somehow that's supposed to be my fault. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. But again, we got Patrick Beverly versus Trey Young. And I think what they're talking about is what my old coach Zoe, my old middle school coach, Coach Zoe, stats don't mean shit. Stats don't account for nothing. And if you notice, when most of these basketball players are called out today, they revert back to stats. I didn't do much in the league because I didn't win. Had I won, I wouldn't give a shit what my stats are. I'm a winner. And that's the only thing. There's winners and there's losers. Stats is just something for you. That's your personal accolades that you just tell everybody about. But basketball is about win column, lose column. That's it. Everything else in between is for you to personally brag about. It's your personal accolades. If you accumulate personal stats and personal accolades throughout the course of you winning, that's way better than you accumulating stats and things while you're losing. And any basketball player know that. And I don't like today's generation of basketball players. I called out Michael Jordan. I called out Kobe Bryant. I hadn't done a damn thing in the league, and neither one of them said, "I'm not gonna play you." When you go to the park, when you go to the rec, and somebody call you out and say they better than you don't say, "I scored points in the NBA." No, you kick their ass. Basketball, the talking is over, especially if somebody challenging you one on one. You got guys talking about, no, I'm not going to play you one on one because you average 7 points, you average 10 points. Maybe that was that guy's role on the team. These guys be believing the bullshit stats and things that you're the guy that they slotted to shoot 20 times a game. Patrick Beverly is a guy that they slotted to just play defense and shoots when he's open. Of course, you're gonna average more than Patrick Beverly, but when he got the ball and you got the ball, and now he knows he's trying to score and he can play defense, that don't got a damn thing to do with no stats. Michael Beasley did not average the stats of LeBron. And if you go look at or listen to anybody that heard about Michael Beasley playing against LeBron, I heard it wasn't even close. So what are we talking about here? Are we talking about competition still? Are we talking about rawhide competition where the game started, competitiveness, or are we talking about stat sheets? Because I'm confused. When somebody challenges you one-on-one, it don't got a damn thing to do with a stat sheet. And when you're playing one-on-one, roles go out the window. Both of y'all are scorers and both of y'all are defenders. If one has a deficiency somewhere, it will get exposed on the court. And I don't know why some of you players seem to think that because a player is a design scorer, then somehow that means that they're going to win in a one-on-one. I take Patrick Beverly over a lot of these guys. Why? Because defense win games. Everybody know that any drill that we played in the NBA, the way you won was defensive stops. So Patrick Beverly, I'm willing to bet, can get a couple of stops on people when he played them on defense. But I'm willing to bet my life to a leaf. When you flip it around and watch Trey Young guard Patrick Beverly is going to have his way with Trey Young. And y'all will be like, what the hell? Why isn't Patrick Beverly the all-star? That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's just draft status. Politics of the game sometimes plays a lot. But if you think just because Trey Young averages 20-something points a game and Patrick Beverly only averaged 7 points, then I'll look you right in your face and tell you, you don't know shit about basketball. And if Trey Young want to play him, or whoever, I'm taking all bets. I'm taking all bets that Patrick Beverly will tear that ass up. I'm taking bets that Patrick Beverly will beat Brandon Jennings. Swaggy P, I don't know about Swaggy P. Swaggy P got that shot that's deadly. If Swaggy P go left, it's damn near money every time. Most people don't know how to play Swaggy P. Swaggy P shot percentage go down like a motherfucker when he go right. If he goes right, he going all the way to the basket. If he go left with that one dribble, two dribble, I don't care if you poke him in the eye. Anything less than poking him in the eye, he's going to score. If he goes right, his percentages go way down. That's just me knowing how to play defense. And there's one thing that Patrick Beverly said that jumped off the page to me that people don't get. If Kobe Bryant is on a team, you better know how to do something else. If Patrick Beverly is that good, and the NBA is that players are that good, you're supposed to be able to come in and do something different. If they got a scorer on that team, you better figure out something else because your ass ain't the scorer. So let's get into this conversation because I love this. There's people been wondering why the All-Star game is so weak for years, and it ain't just been NBA players. It's because these guys have forgotten that this is all about competition. This ain't about stats and accolades, and maybe this is why these guys are not playing basketball hard in the All-Star game because there's no stats that they get for it. You tell them, I can tell you how to fix the All-Star game right now with this day and age players. You just tell them it's going to count against their average in the NBA game. If you tell them whatever you get in this All-Star game is going to count against your average, I guarantee they played in. I guarantee them some bitch be playing in. Make the points. Make it to where you only get a bucket if you get a stop on defense. Shit. Sorry, son of a gun. But let's play this video and let's hear these people respond under fair use. And trust me, I like this conversation. And people that don't know basketball, don't call this beef. Don't call this nothing but what it is. This is iron sharpening iron. These are two individuals that was in the NBA. This is what it looks like when iron sharpen iron. And I hope some of these guys stop doing all that talking and take some of these one-on-one call-outs. Hell, I might get in shape and whoop somebody's ass. Because there's a difference. If you ever see me play one-on-one opposed to playing in the NBA, you'll be like, what the fuck? I got the ball the whole time. I ain't got to pass it to Kobe. I ain't got to pass it to MJ or whoever else to score on the team. I got the ball. And better believe, you're going to have to guard me. And so that's what these guys don't understand. But let's play the video.
I've been to one conference finals. What year was that for you? Just another fact, year 9. The year I made it was year 3. Just a fact. You want to know another one? You averaged 7 points and 2 is. I don't even know how I'm doing this.
Now, if any other all-star would have said something, I would have let it slide. But you, like.
Kwame, can you please start putting a white woman, hashtag white women in your title? I'm looking for one. Thank you. What in the world? Hey, Trae, crazy as hell. All right, so Trey Young did what Nick and all the rest of them do, where they placate towards this who averaged what, and that's supposed to be the end all be all, or like LeBron, the A all be all. But they placate towards the averages. The averages don't tell nothing about one-on-one. That don't got nothing to do with nothing. And that don't have nothing to do with winning basketball. It don't. So I love this breakdown by Patrick Beverly. Let's get into it.
You, out of all people, you had no room to say anything. You haven't done anything. So when it comes to criticism, why the fuck you can't be criticized? Like, what have you done where you can't be criticized? Like, we criticize Russell Westbrook, a 2-time MVP. Motherfuckers calling him Westbrook. We criticize LeBron James, right? We criticize all these people. What? Who the fuck said you can't be criticized? Like, you haven't done anything. So until you've done something, yes, you have to be criticized. And you should appreciate it, because the criticism isn't coming from a player who hasn't played. It's coming from somebody who's shared the floor with you. Left a mark in the NBA, right? So, like, miss me with all that. Like, I'm with you. You're the fastest person to 12,000 points, and you're the fastest person to 4,000 assists. And
hey, Chris, hit the link. We're going to see if I'm scared of a spirited debate right now. Hit the link real quick. This is only for Chris. Chris, hit the link. Or you know what happens, Chris? You made a statement. I call cap, nigga. So hit the link, or I'm going to show you what I'm afraid of. Oh, no. You just want to see me on ESPN? Somebody give Chris 86 for the day. You made a statement. No, sir. We don't do that over here. You challenged me like a man, and then you ran like a cur. So get Chris up out of here, guys. He'll see the next one.
you get scored on the most in the NBA. Empty stats, we call it. That's the truth. That 12,000 points. And somebody who's shared the floor with you. Left a mark in the NBA. Right? So, like, miss me with all that. Like, I'm with you. You're the fastest person to 12,000 points. And you're the fastest person to 4,000 assists. And you get scored on the most in the NBA. Empty stats, we call it.
Woo! Hey, boy, see, this is not a fan of basketball. Well, this is not only a fan of basketball talking right here. This is somebody that knows what the fuck he's talking about. Let me explain something to you. MJ, when I learned from MJ, they used to have MJ and Kobe, but MJ especially. MJ used to say, win your matchup. And they would do it off of this. So if you are a scorer, if you're a scorer and you are guarding a scorer, you not only are supposed to outscore them, but you're supposed to hold them up under their average. And you could do that one or two ways. You could do that by running the shit out of them like Richard Hamilton used to do and get them so tired that they're no longer as good on offense. And Richard Hamilton, his best defense was his offense. But some guys can actually play offense and lock you up on defense. They can do both. So that's Kobe, that's MJ, that's Scottie Pippen. That's the guys that can do that. They're amazing. That's all around basketball player. And what MJ would say is, hey, look, if you're not a scorer and you got a guy like Tim Duncan that's going to get a guaranteed 20 shots, 25 shots, what your job is, because you're not going to get as many shots as them, so you're not going to score as many points. So your job, if you're just a defender, your job is to make them shoot above their average to get those points. If you look at the NBA, they're going to get their numbers anyway. Tim Duncan is going to get his numbers. Yao Ming, all these guys that shoot so many times, they're going to get their numbers. But if Tim Duncan normally averages 25 points or 27 points on 19 shots, I want to make it to where tonight I'm guarding him. He has to take 28 shots to get the same 25, or he has to take 30 shots. You know, you want to make that shot total go up. But if you're a point guard and a guy, everybody knows this about Trey Young. Trey Young can score out of this world, but the average point guards that come in the league have career averages against Trey Young. If you come in there and you only average 8-9 points a game, you're gonna hit 20 when you come in there and play against Atlanta because he don't play defense. Gilbert Arenas was a point guard like that. One of the Melo boys of a ball point guard, he's like that. A lot of these guys do not play defense at all. And just think about going to a park where you're on a string, where you're only as good as your weakest link. And now a guy like Patrick Beverley has to take up the slack for somebody who can't play defense. Now somebody like Kwame Brown has to take up a slack for a point guard like Gilbert Arenas who lays into the screen. When you play with a point guard like Derek Fisher, man, he's gonna elbow a big man. He's gonna grab their knee. He's gonna attack. When he slide through the pick, he's gonna grab your knee and help get over that pick. He's gonna fight like a monster and a dog to get over that pick. A lot of these guards, they don't do that. And that's why they're losing games. Y'all are so caught up in the stat sheet. The stat sheet ain't shit. The game is won and lost. Who win the rebound battle, who fight over the pick and rolls, and who scrap for the loose balls. And a lot of these guards you see in today's NBA, the only thing you can say about them is that they score points. Other than that, they bring nothing else to the table. They can't get a stop. If I was a coach, I would literally put a bigger point guard on a lot of these guards, and I would run one down. I would run one down and pick that scab until they take them out the game. You're not just going to put some lightning bug fast point guard on the floor against my player. I'll put a 6'6" point guard like Ron Harper, and I would take one of them little guys to the post. I don't give a fuck what they score on the other end. They're going to score anyway. I'm going to take them to the post, and I'm going to embarrass them. But that's not the style of play that the NBA wants. If I was a coach in the league, I wouldn't give a damn what they wanted. We running one down against Trey Young, Stephen Curry, any guard that look like they can't play out of the post. I'm putting them big guards in the game, and we're going to mash them. We playing smash mouth basketball. That's it. But what this brother is speaking towards, and I want y'all to watch Trey Young and a lot of these guards closely. Watch what they give up to run-of-the-mill point guards. Watch what they give up to all-stars. Watch how they lay in the screens and don't crack back on defense to box out. That's how the game is lost. A guard that thinks that they're just supposed to score and don't get their knees get their hips and their body on a big man knee. Those are the small nuances of the game that a lot of these guards never stick. They only talk about scoring stat. How many times you crack back and help your big? Because that's how you win the game. We ain't talking about stats. And that's the difference between what I think this brother is talking about and what I think Trae is talking about.
That's the truth. That is the hard 1,000 points. And you're the fastest person to 4,000 assists. And you get scored on the most in the NBA. Empty stats, we call them. That's the truth. That is the hard truth, bro. Like, that's the truth. And use it as motivation. And it's going to be motivation because, you got on your platform, you said your thing, you popped your shit. I'm glad that you did. Bro. Like, I appreciate that. It makes me sense. You got a sense of fire in you, but the truth is the truth, bro. You don't win. And until you start winning, it's when your work can become bigger. If this was anybody else, I'd take it. You know what, KD, you got it. I can't say nothing to you. What I'm going to say to KD, Brown, you got it. But you on the other hand, nah, you ain't got it. Humble yourself. Embrace the constructive criticism, get better at that, and move the fuck on. We don't have to keep going back like this a motherfucking YouTube debate. Like, it ain't that deep. You talk about uncomfortable. You talk about me coming to the league at what, 24? Do you know where I was at before you get the name and shit, right? We talk about being uncomfortable. You think you can make it out second division Ukraine, right? You think you can go to Greece? Make a team, right? Make a team and get out of Greece and get drafted. You think you can go play in Russia for 3 years, make it out, still go to the NBA? You're talking about uncomfortable. I'm the motherfucker that know uncomfortable more than anybody, right? But with all that, we go talk facts, right? Like, because I like to go facts. And anything I say, right, is don't take it how I'm saying it. Just take it, is it true, yes or no? Simple as that, right? Facts. This is a fact. Everyone that comes sees Trey Young, they get thrown out the building by their collar. You hear me? Players come, they see you, they get traded. Coaches come, they coach you, they get traded. GMs come, they govern the team, and then they get fired. Everyone that sees Trey Young gets fired. That's the truth. That is the truth, right? No one has coach killer. Like, no one has. People are scared to play in Atlanta. This is the truth. I don't know if you know or not. Feel me? I really don't know if you.
And what he means by a coach killer, a guy that will never change their style of play. They're going to go hook or by crook. They're going to shoot. Now, Trey Young, he scores the ball well, and he gets a lot of assists. So the average casual fan is going to look at a stat sheet and say, what the hell are they talking about? Trey Young is one of the best point guards ever. And, I mean, if you just want to score points and all that, cool. I'll take Derek Fisher. I'm going to take Derek Fisher every day. I'm going to take somebody that's going to help the helper. If I go over here and I get stuck on Derek Fisher, man, I got all the confidence in the world that I don't give a dang if it's Yao Ming. I got every confidence in the world. And just go look at the tape. Look at what I'm speaking about, and you'll see it every single time. You'll see Derek Fisher, when a big man roll down the lane, you'll see him right there ready to go. He ready to chuck in he ready to hit the roller so you can get back to your man. He's going to give his body up and hit the roller. Every time, if somebody gets stuck, Derek Fisher will go back and wrestle a guy so they can't just get a free rebound and a putback. And go watch Trey Young. When the big get caught, watch what Trey Young does. Does he go crack back and fight a big like a monster and a dog? Is he big enough to do so? Does he have enough weight in his behind to do so? Pause. I don't think so. And so that's what I'm talking about. Patrick Beverley, 100% of the time, he's going to be on a string with his teammates. Teammates over here, Patrick Beverley slide right here. Teammates slide right here, Patrick Beverley over here. Every single time. Is he going to wow you with a stat sheet? No. But everywhere this man goes, it seemed to be a winning environment. And it's probably like that for a reason. It ain't just about a stat sheet. And a lot of guys need to be coached by a coach like Phil Jackson. A lot of these superstar players think their only job is to score points. And that's bullshit. Their job is to win the game. You don't get $100 million to score points. You got the $100 million because you were scoring the point. Now you got $100 million, time to win. You're the franchise player. You got to materialize into wins. Anything less than that, you just telling your homeboy that it ain't you, it's your teammate. When really, you can change teammates for a lot of these guys, and they're so greedy. Some of these guys really need to think about their last couple of years in the league and say, look, I'm wrong again. Come hit the link and tell me how I'm wrong. The link is in the chat. Come hit the link and tell me how I'm wrong. I'm not above being wrong. I want to know how a person in the chat knows more than a 13-year NBA veteran, but I'm all open to hear what you got to say. I'm all open to hear your opinion. So if you want to hit the link, tell me how I'm wrong. We won't throw you out for this, but I would like for you to hit the link instead of saying it in the chat because it's simple as a conversation. I know I'm not wrong. I did this shit all my life. I'm not wrong about nothing I'm saying. You just caught up in a stat sheet. Oh, okay. With another guy talking about an average. What does that have to do with me being wrong? What? I never said I averaged over 6 points. So what am I wrong about again? All right, we got to get him up out of here. He don't want to have a conversation. Somebody, please escort this gentleman out my chat. We don't want chat warriors over here. We don't want chat. If you think He's trash. That's your opinion. I know he ain't trash, but I'll get you up out of here myself. We don't want nobody to take away from the real conversation. Boys and girls that actually want to make it to the league, just know the nuances of the game is way more multifaceted than just worried about scoring a goddamn point. And what this young man is saying is 100% fact. And I'll take a guard that will do everything instead of just one thing. You cannot win like that. If you look at the teams that won, those guards played both offense and they played defense. OKC played offense and they played defense. Those guys were on a string. Those guys cracked back. The Bulls, when they won 6 championships, their whole team gave their body up and played defense, chucked the guys down the lane, and they helped the helper. Guys that don't do that, and that's what Trey Young need to improve on. If he's going to, I'm not taking away anything from his game, his all-star game. Can he play the game? Hell yeah. He is all-star. He deserves all the individual accolades that he has. But if you're going to transfer over into winning basketball, he got to give up something. And that means he got to give up some of them points that he's scoring, because you're not going to score as many points if you're cracking back and you laying that wood on people, because you're going to be tired. And that's just the truth of the matter.
You know it not, right? Players don't want to come play in Atlanta. Coaches don't want to come coach in Atlanta. Lloyd Pierce, great young coach. Nick McMillan, phenomenal coach. Cooked when they came and saw you. Cooked. We're talking about coaches who had bright futures, right? People come see you after they leave you, they're cooked. That's the truth. When I was overseas, you can ask anybody, the man. When I was in college, the man. In high school, the man. Can you be the man and come to the NBA and be a whole nother different role? Can you be an offensive threat your whole career, come to the NBA, all of a sudden you're the best defensive player?
What he's speaking on, do you know how many players get drafted and they're the man from Duke? They're the man from UConn. They're the man from Cincinnati. They're the man from these colleges. And then they get in the league and they have to switch their entire game up because draft status, politics, whoever they have on the team, you have to change to fit in your role. In the NBA, you have a role. This is the business of basketball. So whatever you used to do, if that team doesn't want you to do that, that's why you'll see a guy get traded, and each team he get traded to, he has a different role. Rudy Gay, when he was on Memphis, straight up scored 20 and 10 guy every single night. He goes to a different team, not 20 and 10 guy. Roles change. Responsibility change. Went to San Antonio. Was he a 20 and 10 guy? No. Still a great player. Still had all the offensive skills. It's just his role changed. Shot selection, having the ball on your hands so much, it changes. And so that's what a lot of people don't get. And so that's why I say a lot of people don't know shit about basketball. In training camp, they come to you and they let you know whatever your role is going to be. And if you don't follow that role, then your ass is out of here.
These are your words, not mine. These are you saying words about me. I'm a great defensive player. Can you switch your roles and become a great defensive player? You mentioned all the guys I played with, right? All the guys I played with. LeBrons, the James Hardens, the Kawhis, the Giannis's, the Dames, right? You name all these guys, right? But like, if I'm working out in Houston, James Harden is in Houston working out, not James Harden is working out at another place. Every time we see you, you're working out at another place. We never see you in the Hawks arena working out. What teammate, what leader? Like, I come to the Lakers facility, LeBron is there at 5 o'clock in the morning. I come to Milwaukee Bucks facility to get my work in. Greek is there already. James Harden has been there, practices, and he gonna come back that night. You're the only person we see on the internet never at your practice facility. It's why. It's why. Like we gonna be real, let's be real. That's real. You're not a great leader. Can you be a great leader? Yes. Yes, you can. Right? Right. Will it take this? Probably so. Regardless how it goes, it's gonna be good that comes out of this, regardless. Right? I hope this is motivating. Right? I hope that you get to the end of the year and you fighting for a playoff spot. I hope that this is so fucking motivating that this takes you to the Eastern Conference. I hope. Trust me. I like to see you at half court shivering them little ass shoulders. Right? But don't get it twisted, Trey. Like, don't get it twisted. When you talk about facts and basketball, these are facts. You don't win. People get fired. Simple as that. And we talk about like roles, right? We talk about what you say 7 points, right? Like that was my role, right? To make motherfuckers like you look good, right? To make motherfuckers who don't play defense, who are liabilities in the fourth quarter. If it's a tie game and the other team has the ball, you cannot be on the court. This is the truth. Everybody used to want to play in Atlanta. Every coach used to want to coach in Atlanta. Like Atlanta is ATL shawty. Like everybody want to be in the A. You got that? They've been awful. They've been god awful. The last point guard who held it down was Jeff Teague. He was just on the power one. Was Jeff Teague. All-star. Also. Want the main player. Got farther than you. Like, so come on with all that, dog. I'm all with you, Trey. I'm all with you. The game needs it. The game needs you to be in the playoffs, right? You're the closest motherfucking thing when it comes from shooting the ball to Steph Curry. You're the closest motherfucking thing. The game needs you. But you got to sacrifice yourself more for the better of the team. And sometimes that means your game. Or sometimes that means your personality. Straight up. And that's all it is. Constructive criticism. Take it how you fucking want to take it. It don't matter to me. But don't take it personal. And I'm all with it, right? You call me anything. You call me crazy. You can call me delusional, right? But where I'm from, you have to be delusional to even make it out, right? I know you talking about me standing on the table, me with my jersey. Where I'm from, we celebrate all wins, even the minor shit. Where I'm from, we celebrate waking up and making it back home. We celebrate every fucking win. And that's your issue right there. Anybody can celebrate the big wins. Motherfucker, yes, you damn right. Took off jersey, stood on the motherfucking table, swung it in the air like this. You damn right I did. Do it again. We celebrate all wins. For real. Get out your feelings. Stop acting like a little boy.
For the people way in the back, did y'all hear what he just said? Nigga, we celebrate all wins. We just different. We celebrate all wins. You can't walk a mile in these shoes. I respect Patrick Beverly a whole lot more for this commentary than just talking about what we scored. Nigga, we celebrate all wins. It's a blessing to be above the ground, especially coming from areas that me and Patrick come from. Patrick come from a little bit worse situation than my situation, but nevertheless, the ghetto and the hood is the hood. At the end of the day, anybody who makes it out a circumstance and a situation that's designed to necessarily destroy you or keep you trapped there and in a negative mentality where you see so much death and destruction and things around you, nigga, we celebrate little wins. That's why I say I'll never think the way you think. I'll never think I'm a bust. There's no way I'm gonna think I'm a bust. Do this look like a bust background, nigga? If this is a bust background, then why are you not a bust? And more people need to be a bust. We got to start calling this thing for what it is, real life. And I appreciate Patrick Beverly for what he said. This is just straight up real spiel, nigga. We count all the wins, nigga.
We celebrate all wins, even the minor shit. Where I'm from, we celebrate waking up and making it back home. We celebrate every fucking win. And that's your issue right there. Anybody can celebrate the big wins. Motherfucker, yes, you damn right. Took off jersey, stood on the motherfucking table, swung it in the air like this. You damn right I did. Do it again. We celebrate all wins. For real. Get out your feelings. Stop acting like a little boy. And when you talk, keep your motherfucking chest up and say it with heart. What are you talking about? Small wins. Yes, you celebrate everything. Every single thing. What are we talking about? It's basketball. But that's where I'm from. Feel me? You was in the house, I was in the field. Fucking delusion. Man, love, man.
Hey, man, I love it, man. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Nigga call you out for a one-on-one. Anybody call me out for a one-on-one that ain't an all-star in the league, I'm going to say, I'm not playing you. I just will automatically beat you because I played in the league. My 6 points is better than your no points in the league. Like, that's stupid. Nigga, we got it. The only way we going to decide who win or lose is on this goddamn hardwood, boy. That's the only way we going to decide whether we win or we lose. Let me see something. I saw something else now that we on basketball. Now that we're on basketball. I saw something else a while back. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Speaking of basketball, I can't believe this dude. I did not know this happened, but I cannot believe this dude. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit because I need to blow my nose real quick, and I got to get these little critters out my nose. But I want to play this because I did not know T-Mac doubled down on his stupidity. T-Mac, boy, you ashamed. You ought to be sad. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Nigga, if I scored as many points as T-Mac and I had the career as T-Mac, nigga, I'd be sitting back chilling. But this dude must be living with regret. Kobe Bryant is in an interview saying he whooped this boy 11-3 in one-on-one games. I told y'all, Kobe said he made this boy quit. Now, he acting like he don't remember Kobe and them playing. Kobe sitting next to him like, I remember. Yeah, it was like 11-3. 11-3. The guy that y'all claiming is so close to Kobe Bryant, one-on-one, allegedly lost 11-3. He didn't come out and deny it. This is right in front of Rachel Nichols. Kobe Bryant say, no, I beat this dude right here 11-3 in his face. Now, here it is with T-Mac. Ain't never get out the first round of the playoffs, but he want to talk like he just was so close and he just needed to get over the edge. I could see if he was conference final, Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. I can see if that was his career. I don't think he'd been to one. So I just don't understand why stats is starting to drive these people crazy. They're forgetting dog. They're forgetting heart. They're forgetting will to win. They're forgetting somebody who will do anything to win. They're forgetting somebody being coachable enough to win. They're forgetting somebody figuring out a way by shooting. He thought after he lost Shaq, he could just shoot his way to a win. Kobe didn't win right away. He started shooting the ball every 2 seconds. And Phil Jackson, no bullshit, came in there, played the video, the inside man, and said, get a ball to Kwame and Lamar Odom in the 2006 playoff. Get them boys the ball in the post. You're not going to win by yourself. So I don't understand what T-Mac is doing. This is making himself look worse than what he is. I guess nobody said he wasn't a good player. Nobody said he wasn't a great player. But now, just listening to him talk, I can see why he didn't win. Like, you got the ball. Like, there's no excuse. They traded away Vince Carter. You had the keys to every team damn near you've been on. So you just didn't get it done. It's not a situation where you didn't get the keys to the team. You got the keys to the team and the gym. You just didn't get it done, bro. That's it. But let's hear this stupidity go back and forth.
7 games, and they played KG and the Minnesota Timberwolves 1 year in the conference finals, I believe. And I believe, I don't know if I'm saying this correct.
Man, I'm telling you, listen, bro. I've been on a lot of teams, and I never, ever seen a guy. And I'm telling you why the NBA has gone down. Show me a video of LeBron James doing this. This is the equivalent of LeBron James on a basketball court right here. And this is late in the season, right? This is late in his career. Kobe Bryant was still doing the things necessary to win games. This is how you win the game, not shooting threes all day and working on this. You're going to get used to doing this. But when you get tired, when the game is on the line, when people going back at you, just right here is going to be the difference. A guy doing this grunt work right here is going to be the difference between winning and losing. This is why these new school guys don't win. They don't do this. They don't even understand the importance of doing this. They don't understand the importance of doing this. When a guy like me or any other player see your leader of your team and Kobe Bryant, that not one coach in the history of coaches would say, hey, get in this line and do this drill. He doesn't have to do this at all. He could be putting his feet up. This is at the end of practice. This is just the grunt work. They usually tell the veteran guys to go sit down and let the other guys do this work. I watched this man do this and I said, what the hell? They traded T-Mac, not Vince. You're right. Sorry about that. But I watched this guy do this over and over again in situations where I'm like, why is he doing this? I couldn't even fathom. I'm like, what the fuck why is Kobe Bryant doing this? Nigga, he old. He already done established himself. Why is he doing this? And so when you ask him, he say, I'm doing this. Everything about his mentality was doing it for June. I'm doing this for the play. I'm doing this for June. Well, shit, when I'm playing to win, I got to do this so we can be ready to win. That's all they do. Gail crazy. But anyway, yeah, but this is why Kobe and a lot of the great MJ did the same thing. They do not just go. These guys watch them play nowadays. They practicing one-legged three-pointers. Everybody just practicing jump shot, one-legged three-pointer, one-legged dribble. How come you don't see these guys doing this right here in the summertime? And you wonder why they keep olaying on defense. They don't even do stuff like this. Do you want to know how you went over the locker room, how you went over the last guy on the bench when you see your star player leading by example? When you see your star player, the best player, one of the best players that ever played the game is leading by example. If you want to know why the NBA has turned into shit, is because leaders don't lead no more. They just talk and show their stat sheet. Look at how many points I scored, though. Nigga, nobody don't care about how many points you score. This is what breeds winners right here. And it's this Mamba mentality that you're not bigger than the program. You got to stay true to this game, and it'll stay true to you. And what's happening is these guys are not staying true to the game. They stand true to the stat sheet. They stand true to, I know I'm going to get 20-something shots a game. And if I don't hit my average, I'll just shoot more shots. That's it. Shot selection is horrible. They're just chucking up shots from everywhere. I can't even tell you young stars that's right on the cusp enough to focus on the little things. Focus on the things you can't do. And I know you're going to say, Kwame Brown, who the hell is he? You supposed to be who you are. And if you want to be like Kobe and you want to be like the great ones, then you need to work like they work. You need to be what they are. Everybody ain't going. Some people can work just like Kobe Bryant, and they just don't possess the talent. Some of you guys are right there close with the talent. You just don't have to work at it. So you need to keep working. You can't fake Kobe mentality. It won't last long. Oh, no, because it got the hurt. That shit hurt doing what Kobe doing.
But you know, let's get into what they had to say, because I know Swaggy P was kind of going at T Mac, and so T Mac is on Gil's arena and he's confronting him now. Let's check it out.
And I'm looking at Shaq, the most dominant basketball player, and I'm seeing myself playing with a cat like Shaq, based off of the conversation around ring culture. Hell yeah, I would have won a ring with Big Fella, right? And the reason I say that is because when you go back to early 2000 and you look on that all NBA list, who's right there with Kobe? I'm on that first team. I see you, Nick. Yeah. And I want
one of my favorite players. I wouldn't have
you his favorite player.
That's fucking
you are. That's but here's what I want.
But
I want you to challenge that. I want you to challenge that. Right? Don't hold shit back. I want you to challenge that.
I got you.
I ain't gonna take no offense to anything. Just don't be disrespectful. Don't be fighting on this motherfucker. No, I'm joking. But when I look at the player who I was at this specific time, I'm not saying I'm Kobe. I don't have to be Kobe to play with Shaq and win a championship. D Wade proved that, didn't he? Right? D Wade proved that. We're talking about a very small time.
I'd take Tracy McGrady over T-Mac. I'm sorry. I'd take D-Wade over T-Mac. I don't like the way D-Wade dressed, but I don't got to like the way he dressed if I'm just drafting him to play basketball. I would take D-Wade over T-Mac. He's more durable. He's more of a dog. He's more of a winner. And he's not going to – when he's hurt, I know he's going to do everything in his power to get back. I'm taking D-Wade over Tracy McGrady. Y'all, I don't need a flash in the pan, great scorer. I need him there when it count. He's not going to be there when it count. When the game is on the line, is who going to bet their house on T-Mac being there? Not me. So, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm taking D-Wade over T-Mac.
Yeah. We're talking about a very small time in my career when I was considered top 5 player in the NBA. That's all we're talking about. And looking at based off of what Shaq and who he was
at that moment
in time, throw me in there. That's no disrespect to Bean. No disrespect to Bean. Man, he's dog. The man is one of the greatest top 5 players ever. But we talking about that small, minute.
Top 5, dang, not top 3, top 5.
Time, Swaggy.
But I think to knocking the talent both of y'all had, but you ain't got the mindset to go in there and say either Shaq or me that win the championship. Like y'all could have got that. Y'all own the team. Y'all could have went and got a Shaq. Like Kobe went in.
And I'm glad goddamn Swaggy P added Gilbert in this shit. Gilbert want to act like he ice cold, got ice in his veins like the rest of the killers, like Stephen Curry and Kobe and the rest of the guys. He don't got that gene. A man rubbed your titty meat. Pause. A man rubbed your titty meat and you went to and you missed, I think not one, but both goddamn free throws, boy. So I don't know why this dude sit up here because he scored a bunch of points. He acts like that. That is an individual accolade. That has nothing to do with a team. We got a bunch of guys that ain't win shit. I didn't win nothing. Gilbert ain't win nothing. Tracy ain't win nothing. I'm the only guy ain't up here talking about, well, if you could have did this, it could have did that, could have. I ain't even get the keys to the gym. No other number 1 draft pick ain't get the goddamn keys. But I'm not even out here crying and doing all this stupid shit. T-Mac is out here trying to rewrite history. Gilbert Arenas is trying to rewrite history as if they was really like that. 2-3 years for Gilbert. And then with Tracy, he had more years, but he was just a talented scorer. That was it. Titty meat, yeah.
There saying that y'all said to go in there and say either Shaq or me that win the championship. Like y'all could have got that. Y'all own the team. Y'all could have went and got a Shaq. Like Kobe went in there and said, "Get this fat motherfucker out here." Like you gotta have that type of guts. Y'all got the talent, but the nuts like that.
Hold on,
Like, telling somebody to get rid of Shaq and they do it.
Swag. They lost. Listen.
Now I'll say this: Tracy McGrady.
Man, hey, look, he hit it all. Hey, he hit it on nutshell. Telling somebody to get rid of Shaq and they do it. They wouldn't have got rid of Shaq if Tracy McGrady would have never got them to trade Shaq. You know why? Tracy would have been hurt. He kept getting hurt. And he said if he had a player as dominant like Shaq, so Yao Ming was a puppy. Yao Ming, Luis Scola, Shane Battier was puppies. You had Luis Scola, bro. This was a power forward that you could not guard. He does everything. He shoot the three, put the ball on the ground. You had X factor type players that did things that most guys they size couldn't do, and you still couldn't win. You had the biggest guy in the NBA history at the time in Yao Ming, and you still couldn't win. But you talking about if you had somebody dominant like Shaq. You had Ray from Austin, somebody who's spinning all over. You looking at Ray, what the? You try to go out in the pick and roll for Ray from Austin, he throw the ball between your legs and then run around you. I'm like, what the? You be looking like, what the hell? Coach yelling at you, why you ain't showing up? Man, look here, coach. Take me out the game. This motherfucker too quick. I just don't understand why this dude act like, I think it's disrespectful that because this guy didn't win, now his players wasn't good enough. Now his teammates wasn't good enough. This is a shame. I always said if I couldn't have Kobe, give me D-Wade. D-Wade was the only player in the league that had killer mentality like Kobe. And that's why Kobe couldn't stand him. I think he saw a little bit of him in him. But see, the way Kobe judged people is you got to have no holes in your game. Kobe looked at it like this. There's NBA players. All of us made it to the NBA. And then there's certain tiers. What tier are you? Do you have holes in your game? I think Kevin Durant don't really have holes in his game. He can score anywhere from the offensive end. If you foul him with the game on the line, he's going to make it. That's what you want in your superstar player. How many superstar players of the day can play in every scenario? Pick and roll, pinch post, out of the post, and can hit free throws with the game on the line. How many? A lot of them can't. You got guards missing free throws like big men now. And that's how Kobe judged you. He didn't look down. You had to be on that excellent level. You had to make free throws. You had to be able to score on every level, and you had to not be a liability nowhere on the floor. That's how he looked at you. were these guys liabilities on the floor? Gilbert Arenas was a liability all the time. He was on the other end of the court on defense. Tracy McGrady was a liability on defense. He wasn't a liability on offense, but he always got hurt. And so, yeah, these guys were liability. Tracy made free throws. I don't think he had a problem making free throws. But defensive end, liability.
Taking motherfucker.
But this is let's talk basketball and why not though.
99.
So the mindset part.
That's what I'm saying.
But you talk about telling Shaq to going to tell them to get Shaq out of there. He was like 24, 25 years old.
But that's the mindset Kobe had. Like he's taking shots, fuck Shaq at this point. It's about me.
But that's why they lost.
But
See, nobody wants
five
to
of those. He got 5.
No, see, you're talking about the future.
Now, this is a Kobe fan. That's why they lost.
The mindset Kobe had. Like he's taking shots, fuck Shaq at this point. It's about me.
But that's why they lost.
But
See, nobody wants to
give it up. He got 5.
No, see, you're talking about the future. We're talking about this moment in time.
No, Nick, don't go too far.
So where are we saying that?
2000 to 2002.
We talking 2000. No, we're going 2000, 2004. We give you that.
Two
right?
first team All NBA
Right?
selections.
And that's around that time. He totally got Shaq out there.
No, we got Shaq out what 2005, 4. What is the
Shaq got up out of there after that loss to the Detroit Pistons. I was at the game in 2004. Ben Wallace and Rasheed beat them in the finals in Detroit. And then that's when Shaq, Kobe could have said, you know what, Shaq, just get in shape, come back, rest in the offseason, get in shape, come back, we can win another one. You know what Kobe said? No. Nigga, I was supposed to win that one. He was right there. He don't like that. I was supposed to win that one. If you didn't come in out of shape, we would have won. You had toe injuries, you had nagging injuries because you was out of shape. And so now I'm not waiting on you no more. If you ain't gonna come in shape, let's get rid of him. And that's how Kobe is. Kobe don't care who you are. He didn't have a lot of friends if you wasn't if you wasn't demanding excellence out of yourself. If he had to say it to you, then it's fuck you.
What's the goal?
Strong ass out of here and go get some players. I can do that.
What's the goal?
Listen to what we're saying. Derek Fisher is saying if Shaq would have stayed the number one option, we would have won 4 and 5.
Listen,
he's saying because of this. Shaq as the number one, he plays number one. Kobe is going to be Kobe, 1 or 2. Shaq at 2, he wasn't mentally ready to be the second option.
Nick,
so you only had Kobe doing him, and Shaq was mentally not there.
But
so when you're saying the reason that you didn't win 4 and 5 is because Kobe at that moment in time wanted to prove he was the number one option and say, fuck these championships. And Shaq at that time was like, all right, you're the number one option. All right, let's see. So he's willing to let him try to do it on his own.
So you're saying because Kobe has the mentality to get rid of Shaq and try to do it on his own is the reason why you don't think I can go in and play with Shaq to win a chip?
Because you had the opportunity.
No, he's saying the mentality, the will to win. I seen Kobe dislocate his finger. It looked like it was broke. It was this way. Gary Vitti pop it back in. Kobe put some splint on it. He didn't even want the splint on it. He shot 2-3 times. Then time out, he got the splint on it. Seen Kobe knock out his left shoulder, pop back in place, jump back in, finish the game. Next game, he got a shoulder sleeve. Practice, he run into somebody, pinch this little part on his chest, wear a chest pad, and that shit is painful. Every time you breathe and that little cartilage right here is hurt, you can't. It's hard for you to fucking breathe. Kobe played because he was playing for the guy in the stands and never seen him play before. And so you didn't have that mental toughness. I didn't. Kobe got hurt and played through some injuries I never seen a man play through, and then played well. He had every right and every excuse to just sit down. As big as his ankle was sometimes, as sore as his shoulder was, swollen as his knee was. Not only would he play, he would come out there and still give you 40. So it's just a different mentality, and you don't understand it because you never been there. I seen it. That's the only reason why I understand it. Hell, if I didn't see it, I'd be just like Tracy on the couch. I mean, what are you saying? I scored a lot of points. That's all he going off of. You just don't have that dog.
You wanted to do that type of stuff, though.
How?
You had a team. You had a whole franchise in your league. You could have went in there and said, get rid of this person and get this person. You don't need a shot. You could have went and got somebody else.
How?
The same way Kobe did. That's what I'm saying.
Kobe ain't do that.
So Swaggy is kind of sticking to his point where he feels.
He said how? So Tracy, you wasn't the man on the teams that you was on? Every team that you've been on, you was the number one option. That means that they're going to give you the first right of refusal. If you were in Houston, they probably asked you, who did you want on the team? They're going to consult with you. I don't know many teams that was better than that team you had in Houston. With Yao Ming, Luis Scola, Shane Battier, Rayford Austin, who else you had? I don't know who was better than that team. How many was better? You just couldn't get through that man. I mean, I just don't get it. Even after they steady want to bring this whole Shaq argument up. Kobe won with Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol was nowhere near Yao Ming. So you said you were the one with Paul Gasol and Andrew? I highly doubt it. Because Kobe whipped them guys into shape, buddy. Trust me. That's the thing. You don't do the little things that's going to make a player want to buy into you, Tracy. I know with the back injuries that you had and the different things you had, nobody saw you out there biting your shirt. We saw Bean do this, bite his shirt and do sliding drills. When have you ever seen a superstar do that? You ain't never do that, man. Don't ever put yourself in that level because you didn't grind like that. You didn't understand how to win. Kobe learned how to win from studying MJ, and he did the little things. He grinded. He made it hurt. You just went out there and wanted to score points, and that's the difference. Oh, yeah, he had Ron Artest too? Oh, my God. That's a shame.
It's like Tracy McGrady's mentality was nowhere near on par with the Kobe Bryant. And you think about players like Bruce Bowen, they're going to challenge you mentally, stepping in your space on your way down, when you're shooting and things like that. It was very big back in the day. We saw what Zaza Pachulia ended up doing to Kawhi Leonard, but, that type of thing.
Well, that's all I got for that, man. I just can't believe Tracy's still doing this. But it's a shame. But the truth of the matter is, the behind the scenes, see, it's a difference when you're saying all this shit when somebody ain't around. I wish Bean was here, man. I really do. I wish he was here to challenge some of the stuff these guys are saying.
Told a story about the two of you on a trip to Germany.
Yes.
Where y'all played one-on-one supposedly in a
Yes.
gym, and according to you, you won.
I did win.
He supposedly smoked.
I did.
We didn't play one-on-one.
First of all, did you go to Germany?
We did play one-on-one.
We wasn't keeping score. What we were doing.
Who wasn't keeping score?
So what we were.
Even Rachel had to laugh at your crybaby ass. Oh, we ain't play one-on-one. Oh, yeah. Kobe said we did play one-on-one. Oh, we wasn't keeping score. So did you play one-on-one, sir, or did you didn't? Like, which one is it? We played one-on-one. First, we didn't play one-on-one. Now we ain't keep score. That's some shit I would have said if I got my ass whipped. Come on, dog. I probably would have never said that because I ain't no weenie dog. You win some, you lose some. Look how soft this dude sound. And he want to sit here talking about why he ain't win. That man look right over at you. That's the difference between you and Kobe. Yes, I did. Yes, I did beat you. We played one-on-one. It ain't no question in his mind.
So you have told a story about the two of you on a trip to Germany.
Yes.
Where y'all played one-on-one supposedly in a
Yes.
gym, and according to you, you won.
I
did win.
He supposedly smoked.
Now, I don't know if Kobe was retired at this point, but look at the different body styles of these two individuals. Pause, no homo. Look at these two brothers build. Kobe still look like he in shape. Now, I don't know if T-Mac is playing or not, but he looks heavy for T-Mac. T-Mac was always thin. But T-Mac voice went up like a little girl. Yeah, but we didn't get the score. Look how Kobe looking at him like, I can't believe you, nigga. Look how Kobe looking at him. I can't believe you lying like this.
We didn't play one-on-one.
First of all, did you go to Germany?
We did play one-on-one.
We wasn't keeping score. What we were doing.
Who wasn't keeping score?
So what we were doing, we were working on our footwork on the post. We were working out individually, and then we were working on our stuff on the post. We wasn't keeping score. We just playing.
Now, if somebody's playing a workout, and if the person scores, they keep the ball. What is that?
We wasn't keeping score.
Have you ever?
That sound like make it, take it to me. We wasn't keeping score. Nigga, trust me. The drill go to 7, 11. If it's just y'all two, we can go to 11. If it's more people, the game going to 7. And yes, if you don't make it to 7 first, you lost. I don't know what he talking about. Oh, no. I was playing one-on-one. You know what? I'm going to win every one-on-one game from here on out. Michael Beasley, where you at, Michael Beasley? I'm finna play Michael Beasley one-on-one. I'm ready to play Michael Beasley. I'm ready to play you one-on-one. Ain't nobody scared of no Michael Beasley. But one thing about it is, Michael Beasley, we not keeping score, though. No, we ain't keeping no score. We ain't gonna know who the fuck won. But we gonna play. We gonna figure this out. We just ain't gonna keep score. What is he talking about? What is this guy talking about? I can't believe I used to like Tracy McGrady. What a loser mentality.
So what we were doing, we were working on our footwork on the post. We were working out individually, and then we were working on our stuff on the post. We wasn't keeping score. We was playing.
Now, if somebody's playing a workout, and if the person scores, they keep the ball. What is that?
We wasn't keeping score.
Have you ever been with him where he wasn't keeping score?
That's
though?
the question.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
That's the question.
Now that you know him, has he ever? I mean, please, he has a cup of coffee and keeps score about who
if
finishes
he was
first.
keeping score, I wasn't keeping score. But
11-3.
What?
11-3.
I don't remember that.
The guy who was so close to Kobe Bryant, when he got into his wheelhouse, 11-3. That don't sound close to me. I would expect the guy that y'all compare to Kobe based on a stat sheet, because the stat sheet can't tell you what's going to happen when it comes to a meeting of the mind. Because sometimes you score off a pick and roll in the games. Sometimes they score off a blown coverage. Sometimes they score off a back pick. So there's many ways they can score to get their average. But when you playing one-on-one, you can't, hey, come get the pick and roll. You can't call nobody for a pick and roll. So that's the difference. But yeah, I want that with Michael Beasley. What are you going to do? We ain't keeping no score. And even if Michael Beasley do keep the score, I ain't going to be keeping the score. So I'm like Tracy. I don't know. If he beat me 11-3, I don't remember it. I didn't keep score. That's the stupidest response I ever heard.
I'm not going to pull a number out of thin air. I remember specifically.
You can't believe the guy that doesn't even know the location where we were playing at.
It's a different country, but that's fine.
Tracy, Kobe ain't going to give a dang about no location that he playing at. He just show up and show out. He don't care about no location, buddy. But he going to remember whooping your ass. You was a notch on his belt. I'm telling you, y'all should have heard the way Kobe Bryant talked about Tracy and Dwayne Wade. I don't know. I was shocked hearing them talk about Dwayne Wade because I still think Dwayne Wade is cold. But just the way, the levels to it, the way Kobe break down the game, it make you go, interesting. Interesting. No score, make it, take it. Yeah.
Now,
Right.
forget
This was, by the way, 21 years ago.
A lot of different
Yes.
Now, the country may be off. Now, I may forget a lot of things.
You forgot where we played.
One thing I'm not going to forget is the score.
It wasn't 11-3.
Oh, it was. It's okay, bro.
No, it was.
It's all right, man. You got an off day. It's okay. It happens.
Germany, Paris, 11-3.
What?
That man said, hey, it's all right. Son them, it's all right. You had an off day. Ooh, that's what happens with Alpha. Meet a guy who just is talented and can score. And that's the difference. He got fired in Orlando, lost 3-1 in the playoffs. Yeah, he was in Orlando. What was his team in Orlando? Who was his players in Orlando? 11-3 is not close, guys. I don't know who told y'all it was close. 11-3 is not close, gentlemen. Now, we got to get on the Dame Dash suing Cameron. I don't know about the nuances on why he's suing Cameron. I think it's unfortunate. I don't even want to play that video on that back and forth. Because, again, I don't know what was said that was something false that needed this lawsuit to come about. I thought they were friends, and I'm going to hold fast that they still cool and they'll figure it out. It seemed like something that happened that made it switch from cool to personal. And I don't know what the heck that is. And maybe it's because Cameron allegedly tried to reach out to his Dame Dash's son to give him some money, but I don't know. But Dame Dash is upset, and he is suing Cameron for $300 million. And hopefully it's just BS, but apparently people have reported on it. I'll wait to see what happens. T-Mac had Dwight Howard and Yao Ming. He up here complaining. God, dog. 2 top 75, 2 people that's supposed to have that jacket on. Dwight's supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he's going to make it to the Hall of Fame. Yao Ming got injured. Don't know. They'll probably put him in too if he ain't in. Let's see. But Tracy embarrassed himself with that I would have won crap. And win a god doggone thing. But yeah, man. So here we are again. All these people losing their mind, talking about racism and all this other stuff. And I'm cooning for Charlie Kirk. And again, I never knew Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The people who knew Charlie Kirk, and y'all knew what he said, then y'all just being disingenuous. All I said was nobody who's unalive should be joked on in that manner. That should have been a through line for everybody, but y'all didn't agree with that. Y'all tried to send me videos as a justification to unaliving somebody. Why would I agree to that? I say things that you don't like. You think I'm going to agree to that? And then you try something with me? No. It's people that say things that I don't like. Am I supposed to do something to them? No. I'm grown. And so for you people that are trying to push this, oh, you against the black community because you said you don't want people, black or white, to be picked on, Asian, Hispanic. Nobody should be picked on when they're unalive. You let the dead rest. That's all I said. And then everybody kept talking about, no, but you got to go look at this. No. And I'm just like, y'all so full of shit that it don't even make no sense. But I got another video from Brandon Tatum where Charlie Kirk is saying things that my uncle say. My uncle, I call my uncle right now. First thing he gonna say, are you watching them? He know who the first person I gotta watch. I ain't gotta watch no white person. I gotta watch them Jack boys. So the first thing my uncle tell me, hey, you watching them? That's what he say to me. You watching them Jack boys? Yeah, Uncle, I'm watching them. But let's look at this video and let's see the so-called racism of Charlie Kirk, which I think Brandon Tatum put together a good video on this one. Let's watch it.
The question of this, like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society.
It's something on the inside of black people that when they hear white people say a fact, it make them feel some type of way. We talk about this in the barbershop. We talk about this among black people, how violent the community is, how people want to move out. They stick out this ghetto stuff.
Rejoicing violence.
Said now is make you cry, make you cry. And was entire. I want to show a clip of Charlie Kirk being a racist for 2 minutes straight, maybe a little longer. Well, this is your boy Charlie being a racist. The racist that they claim that's out here, all your dumb black friends. It's not everybody black, but you know, the most of your friends that's black is dumb, and they mad at Charlie over something that they ain't even watch his content. All right, road clip.
Give me one thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this, like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. If you look at DNA independently in a science laboratory, they cannot distinguish between a black person or a white person if they look at just the DNA, because the only difference is the melanin. It has been disproven. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.
And I want to give Charlie some credit here, okay? Back in 2019, Charlie Kirk helped a lot of young blacks get to the White House. He changed a lot of their lives. A lot of them never imagined going to the White House. And Charlie helped hundreds of young black boys and girls go to the White House. Charlie, thank you for that.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, man.
So for people who want to call Charlie a racist, kiss my black ass. Excuse my language. Charlie Kirk is not a racist.
I love this guy. I'll tell you. And, by the way, I have some New York Times reporters for you to talk to.
I talked to them.
Oh, yeah.
See, you got an anti-DEI shirt on, so this is about to get good.
Well, instead of debating DEI, why don't you define it?
Got you. So diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I know what that means.
Okay, my fault, my fault.
I would say DEI stands for didn't earn it.
Ooh, didn't earn it. You've been working on it. I honestly believe that the fact that you got to this point where you was already unrepresented on these campuses already shows that you did actually earn to get those fundings, did actually earn to get that exclusivity tailored to you.
But let's try to find some common ground.
Okay.
Do you think people should be hired based on their race or their competency?
I don't think that. I think they should be race.
Which one?
My fault. I'm sorry. My fault. I think that they should be hired based on their competency, not their race.
We totally agree, right?
Okay.
So what DEI does in practice, not in theory, is it focuses on race more than competence.
Okay.
That is our concern.
Okay.
And so what I want, and you seem, very passionate about a lot of things, and you obviously have skills. For your life, I want you always to be judged on the content of your character, not the color of your skin. Where DEI says, no, we're actually going to care more about skin color than competency. And so what we want is an America based on merit, America based on how hard you work, an America based on what you bring to the table, not just what you look like.
Thank you.
What a gift from God.
much.
How hard you work. An America based on what you bring to the table, not just what you look like. How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift
so
from God.
much.
Yeah.
She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like full blown.
Did Kirk call a black baby a gift from God? Yeah, he kind of did.
More like conservative or moderate is just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody. That is just beautiful.
I see that, we're starting to say.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me this so-called racist? I never heard one of them. What's that? David Duke. I never heard David Duke call a black baby a gift from God. This man stopped 2 times and called a black baby a gift from God. Okay.
A lot of money from things such as like Doge, but do you think that some of that money should go back to maybe like reforming the way that welfare is done to help poor families who do want to kind of pursue that American dream?
Great question. The number one objective of any social welfare program should be, how do we keep the family together and put dads back in the family? Unfortunately, in the black community, dads are the most absent of any community. About 2/3 of all black youth will be raised without a stable father around. And I know it's crazy, right? And that little precious angel of yours deserves to have a father around. And unfortunately, as we've removed dads from families, government has come in and has taken the place. So some people need help and they need social assistance. All of that should be about incentivizing the dad staying around, not the dad leaving. The Democrat Party does not talk.
Man, hey, listen. Now that I've been listening to this Charlie Kirk, a lot of his conversations, I think he's spot on with a lot of the stuff he say. And now I can see why this outlandish, I don't like him stuff is coming from, because he's telling the truth. Yo, KB, Prime MJ versus Prime Kobe. Who you got one-on-one? Salute from New Zealand, bro. Oh, man. I honestly think the game would end in a physical fight before the game is over. I think when you put 2 guys like that and make it a one-on-one, I think it would be a fight before it's over. And I don't think Prime MJ, like, it depends on what Prime MJ you talking about. If you talking about the MJ that was dunking over everybody, I don't think that MJ beats the mature Kobe. I think the MJ that beats Kobe is the one that uses his mind and his athleticism second. The one that could just beat you with the footwork. Because you're talking about 2 almost the same people. MJ is pretty much playing himself because Kobe watched everything he did. So I think the game would end in a fight. I don't think that game would end. MJ fouled me so hard. If I wasn't a rookie, I would have swung on his behind. Like, M ain't gonna let you win. Like, he gonna foul, he gonna cheat. And I think if both of those guys are in their prime, then they both can, you're not gonna, you ain't gonna get one in trouble over the other one. So I think the game ends in a fight. I don't think they ever finish it.
About dads at all. The Republican Party, we are talking about how men need to be men again, in the home, take responsibility, provide for your family, and with strong families comes smaller government. To be met the dad leaving, needs social assistance, deserves and absent of any community about and put dads back. The
Welfare is done to help poor families who do want to kind of pursue that American dream.
Great question. The number one objective of any social welfare program should be how do we keep the family together and put dads back in the family.
Well, that is the number one goal of the situation, is to break up families. So I want y'all to pay attention to this brother saying the same thing that so many other people have said, is that, hey, Steely Dan, I know you want to troll, but calm down with the trolling when we talking about real stuff. I give you a page that you can troll on, and this ain't it. When we talking about fathers in the home and all this type of stuff, we don't need you playing and joking in the chat. But I got a channel for you to play and joke on. It's no problem. But when this brother is talking about putting fathers back in the home, he didn't say just black fathers. Well, he did. He's talking specifically to our race because we are the main ones with our father outside the home. Why won't nobody examine that part of what he's saying? How come everybody know all the things he said that hurt their feelings, but they don't know the things that he's saying that could benefit us? Like, this don't make no sense. Everybody's saying the same thing. We ought to take a second look at fathers being a part of raising their children without having to ask permission from their mothers. Maybe it's just, I don't know what you're going to do, but having a man have to dumb his masculine energy down. No, the baby, I know how to feed a baby. I know how to give him cereal. Yes, I know how to give medicine. I even have instructions on the back of it. I can read. Like, if you're gonna make men have to go through that, then that's crazy. And this is why you never won a championship, because you don't know what winning basketball teams look like. You sell out. This is the same guy that give his money to talk crazy to me and then snatch it back. This is the reason why you steady coming to argue in a man chat.
Fortunately, in the black community, dads are the most absent of any community. About 2/3 of all black youth will be raised without a stable father around. And I know it's crazy, right? And that little precious angel of yours deserves to have a father around. And unfortunately, as we've removed dads from families, government has come in and has taken the place. So some people need help and they need social assistance. All of that should be about incentivizing the dad staying around, not the dad leaving. The Democrat Party does not talk about dads at all. The Republican Party, we are talking about how men need to be men again, in the home, take responsibility, provide for your family, and with strong families comes smaller government and a better country.
Charlie Kirk sent me a direct message, and I'm going to show you what it said. This is almost 6 years ago exactly now, as of this video. I had not spoken to him in person or on social media. He started the conversation. You know what he said? 3 words: you are terrific. Now, bear in mind, this is back before I was blessed with the followership I have now. I had fewer than 10,000 followers on Instagram, very small Facebook presence, wasn't even on TikTok at the time. The fact of the matter is, this young man, this leader of Turning Point USA, reached out to me and saw something I had done. And he felt so moved that he reached out to me himself to encourage me. And then he went a step further. He invited me to the BLS, which is the Black Leadership Summit Turning Point USA was putting on in Washington, D.C. I told him, transparently, I was in between jobs and didn't have the money to fund my trip. He told me that they had scholarships available and to email him directly, and he'd be able to take care of it. I did.
Wow, that's crazy. See, I'm just bringing this information to you because you can't judge somebody's entire personality in life by sound bites. So y'all wanted me to have these clips, and so don't blame me.
He told me that they had scholarships available and to email him.
Don't sound like a racist.
He'd be able to take care of it. I did, and that's the story of how I got to be a part of the Young Black Leadership Summit, which was instrumental in springboarding me to where I am today. Now, I share that story because he didn't have to do that. And if he was a racist person, why would he do that? I'm so tired of people being besmirched by the tired liberal lie that anyone they don't like has to be some sort of racist. And I'm not immune to this. They call me racist myself. Of course, it's ridiculous on its face, but this is the nonsensical nature of your average leftist. They really want you to believe deep down Charlie Kirk hated all black people. He saw the best in everyone. He saw in me something I didn't even quite see in myself at the time. And he chose to encourage me. That is why I will literally and metaphorically pick up that mic and continue the work that he started. Because I myself and many others are tired of being slandered and maligned by individuals who have nothing to sell us but fear, panic, and lies 24/7. I had to share that story with you. I thought about keeping that to myself, but the more I see him being typecast as some sort of evil person, the more I cannot be silent. And I hope that you will not be silent as well. It is time for action like never before. It is time for voices to rise like never before. And I hope you will join me in that effort. So that is the real Charlie Kirk, the one I don't want you to know, but the one I will continue to remember and honor with my actions into the future. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully you share, and hopefully you get busy as well, because we all have microphones to pick up.
Look at that racism going out. Boy, Charlie, racist like a mud, ain't he? Y'all shut the front.
He's talking about, look at that racism go out. Charlie racist, and he shut the front door. Yeah, man, I don't believe it. Steely Dan talking about the truth hurts. Steely Dan, go find something to do. A man with 2 girlfriends always in my chat all day. That's kind of weird. But hey, man, that's my time. You weirdos that keep getting in my comments saying a bunch of stupid stuff to me, like this weirdo right here. I throw money. You throw money. I'll tell you what. I ain't even going to highlight your comments no more. I bet you stop throwing money. You only throw money to get your comment highlighted, punk. This is how brainwashed you are. You will pay me to talk shit to me. Hit the Cash App next time, punk. I throw money at you because that's all you looking for. This is why you keep talking about this YouTube white supremacist. If I'm looking for money, I'll build a roof. Listen here, you little punk. Well, that sound good, but that don't work on me, boy. That don't work on me, boy. House got a new roof, and I'm gonna paint this thing. I don't like that brown no more. That shit old. I'm gonna change that brown color. When you see this house the next time, punk, you gonna say, "Ooh, la la, yeah, punk, brand new roof, and got some more new stuff, new driveway." If I want money, I just do that, boy. I don't need your bitch ass to cash out me, boy. Don't you ever think your little punk ass $5 that you sending to YouTube that they take 45% of your $5, punk, that you doing me no favor, boy. YouTube take 30, 35, 40% of your little $5, punk. So don't ever think you. I appreciate anybody else who super chat, but a nigga like you, keep your super chats, nigga. I don't need your super chat for you to talk shit. That's just more for you to get on the screen, little punk. But your little $2.50 or whatever come to me, your little $3, whatever come to me, punk. What that's gonna do? Buy me a coffee? What that's gonna do, boy? So stop talking when you don't even make sense for what you talking about. You giving me $2.50 when I'm out here with the goddamn ocean playing in the background, boy. What is wrong with you, nigga? What is wrong with you, boy? You don't got nothing smart to say, so you say something stupid. You remind me of Charlemagne the God playing and joking while a nigga trying to give him some game on how to protect your money and how to be impenetrable from lawsuits and things of that nature. You niggas like to laugh and snicker and kicker so goddamn much. If Charlemagne and niggas like you shut up sometime, you would actually learn something. But you niggas got that feminine trait. You got that look. You know how you stick that finger somewhere? You niggas got that funky fishy. Yeah, you niggas got that funky fishy. Yeah, I hope YouTube ain't mouthing. I hope they ain't flagging over mouthing the word. Because I want you to really understand me. Yeah, I want you to really understand me, nigga. I'm tired of letting you dummies talk so much. A man basically trying to explain to you how trust work and how your LLCs and your little different things can belong into a trust, and you be the beneficiary of said trust, and you have a trustee, you dummy. But nobody can't tell you niggas nothing. You niggas always want to laugh and joke and besmirch someone's name to be funny. But there's a way that you can move around this world and stomp around this bitch without having to worry about somebody suing you every 2 seconds either. Hey, Kwame, you plan to start showing more of your home renovation work? Yeah, we're gonna do some more of that. I got 2 homes I'm doing right now. I'm gonna show that, and I got next week you'll see a lot of different renovations when I go back. It's all the way up next week. You about to see what we doing. I got a storefront I got to do too. But yeah, I'll be showing it. Maybe I'll show it on my Patreon because I'm tired of these haters. I want you niggas to think what you want to think. While y'all snickering and kickering and laughing and thinking everything funny, people out here really making real moves and making real plans to where it's okay. When Dame Dash was telling y'all, I keep saying I'm broke. I'm broke as a joke. You look up Kwame Brown name, I'm broke. But as long as you got a business that ain't broke, then you got something. As long as you got a business, this America is a business, man. I don't want no money. If you want to do something with me, send it to my business. I want to be just like Roland Martin and all them. No. Did you see Roland Martin take money from any one of them candidates? No, he didn't take no money from Kamala Harris. Where did he have Kamala Harris send that money? He had them send the money to his production company, to his business. He can still enjoy, live, and eat off the money, but he has a different tax situation for that money. So while y'all sitting here letting this man laugh and make jokes, I don't know. I don't really know Dame Dash financial situation, but I really wish. And if Dame Dash, if you listening, if somebody got Dame Dash number, I would love to interview Dame Dash and just let him explain for the people way in the back that want to hear him talk about what do you mean by my family plan? How are you able to buy things when they're saying you're broke? How are you able to own all these properties when they're saying you broke? How are you able to do that? He's saying you guys are selfish. I'm okay with being broke. My family not. My family plan not. You got to let them break that down and explain it because it can help you. Damn what these niggas talking about all that joking and playing. Charlamagne the God make money. He work a job. He gonna be good. He making that. He's like a restaurant owner. He makes a couple $1 million. A restaurant owner can make $5-6 million a year, but their time is going to be focused in on that restaurant. If I make $5 million a year of passive income, not only am I going to keep more of my money, if not all of it, I'm going to also be able to enjoy my time and my freedom throughout the day because this passive income is kicking off money while I'm sitting here on the beach. I wouldn't have to be at some radio station at 4 o'clock in the morning. So you should be focusing on passive income and things that bring you money through your business and not your personal. But Charlamagne the goddamn, they're too busy ready to snickle and kickle and instead of teaching our black folks how to make money. This is a lot of black people watch that show. And instead of watching this man cook, they get him caught up in arguing and jumping up so they can laugh at him and all this stupidity. But I don't know. I just thought that was corny. That was weak as shit. I wish some of you niggas talk less and listen more. If you don't understand what's going on, you shouldn't be talking. You shouldn't be laughing at all. A lot of you just don't get it. Y'all just running y'all mouth, but you don't get it. But it is what it is. Motherfucker can't teach you everything. Some of this stuff you got to go learn on your own. I had to go learn this on my own. I know way more about money now than I did when I was making all this type of money. And a lot of these guys, unfortunately, they don't know shit about money. All they know is to have a job. Most NBA players go broke because they don't know what Dame Dash knew. If they only knew what Dame Dash knew, and what I learned is that you want to create a trust and you want to have your LLCs and all these different things owned by your trust. And you don't want to have almost nothing in your name. And you would be in a better situation if that was to happen. Or at least your main stuff shouldn't be in your name. Like I got a truck in my name. I got that Kabuta in my name because at the time I didn't have my Dun and Bradstreet number and everything set for my business to stand alone. But now my business can stand alone with his own Dun and Bradstreet number. So, yeah, I can't give you everything. Dame Dash can't give you everything. But the people who laughed and joked at that interview and thought Dame Dash got killed because they was joking like little schoolgirls, I think y'all gonna be in it for a rude awakening a little bit later. I think y'all really gonna be in for a rude awakening when it comes to what he was talking about. If I have an inkling of an idea of what he's talking about, y'all are gonna be in for a rude awakening. Cause that's why I laugh at you. But at the end of the day, y'all have a blessed night, man. I'm up out of this thing. I gotta get myself showered. I was just down by the beach. I got sand on these toes. Y'all see these toes? Y'all see these toes? Yeah, I got sand on these things. So I got to get in the shower real quick. But y'all have a blessed day. Keep expenditure and other folks' name. Man, why everybody do all this talking but don't hit the link? Side note, Kwame, make sure you watch Candace on. Okay, I'll go watch him. I'll go watch it. But y'all have a blessed night, man. I'm up out of this thing. Let me go wash this sand up off me. Gone. Heavy ankles. SJ, I ain't messing with you today. I'm up out of this thing, man. I'm gone.